Well, we're back, you guys. Today we're going to take a look at Chapter 8-4. It is surface area of cylinders. And I'm sitting here and I've got this Jersey Mike's cup right in front of me. And it's pretty applicable to this lesson that we're going to go over right now. So on this Jersey Mike's cup that I have, the outside of this cup is blue, and then there's a white bottom, and then there's a white top. So the outside of the cup, which kind of looks like this right here, all the way around, this is called the lateral area. If I add in the lateral area with the top and with the bottom, then I'm going to have what they call the surface area. Okay, so the formula to figure out the blue on the outside of my Jersey Mike's cup, or the blue that's on the outside of this cylinder right here, it's just right here. It's 2 pi r times the height. Okay? Now to do the surface area, obviously I'm going to go ahead and take the lateral area. And then I have to do the area of a circle, which is pi r squared. And then I have to do another area of a circle, which is also pi r squared. So that's what I've got. I have 2 circles, and each one is pi r squared. So that's how we're going to go ahead and find the surface area of a cylinder. We're going to find the area, the lateral area. Again, that's just the blue stuff on the outside. We're going to find the top, and then we're going to double it, because if we find the top, then the bottom is going to be the exact same thing. Okay, so that's why this formula looks kind of all crazy here, but it's really easy to do. Okay, so with that being said, let's move on down to problem number 1. I think there's only 2 problems today, you guys. We'll do one with surface area, and we'll do one with lateral area. Okay, let's go. So it looks like number 1 kind of got cut up here, you guys, separated into 2 pages, but we'll be fine. So we've got this, the 2 millimeters up there, or 2 meters. It looks like it's going to represent the diameter. So our formula for the surface area, so I'm going to go ahead and say that the surface area is going to be equal to the lateral area first. Okay, and the 2 is just part of the formula. So we'll just say 2 pi r height. And then we're going to go ahead and add in the area of a circle, which is pi r squared. But there's a top and a bottom, so I'm going to make this a 2 pi r squared. So let's go ahead and fill in some numbers here. So my surface area, whoops, how was that? That worked. Is going to be 2 times 3.14. And you're going to be doing this a lot, you guys. 2 times 3.14. So kind of put that in your head. Make that 6.28, right? Because you can save a step on the calculator. Times the radius, and the radius is 2, times the height, which is 7. And then we're going to go ahead and add in the 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 2 squared. So our surface area, and again, I can go 2 times 3.14 times 2 times 7. I can make it a little bit quicker and just go, hey, wait a minute. This is going to be 6.28. This is going to be 14. So I can just put in 6.28 times 14 in the calculator. So that's going to give me 87.92. Whoops. All right, then we're going to have to add in the top and the bottom. So we're going to do plus 2 times 3.14 times 4, right? 2 squared is 4. So when we work that out, we're going to get 24.72. So again, you're going to go 2 times 3.14 times 4. And now I just need to add these together. And when I add them together, my surface area is going to be 112.64 meters, and we're doing surface area, right? So it's area, so we're going to square it. Now, I think it's set up there. Yeah, it does. It says round to the nearest tenths. So let's go ahead and make that 112.6 meters squared. Okay, so we did the surface area. I believe the next problem is just the lateral area. And if we just have to do the lateral area, we're just going to go ahead and take care of this part of the formula right here, right? Because that's lateral area. And then this is the top and the bottom. Okay, let's go ahead and move on down. So number 2 here, you guys, let's see, I'm going to change the color. I don't know if you guys can see that or not when I do that. A circular fence that's 2 feet high is to be built around the outside of a carousel. The distance from the center of the carousel to the edge of the fence will be 35 feet. So here's what they got. They've got this fence that's going all the way around this carousel. That's probably one of the best circles I've ever drawn. All right, and from the center of the circle to the outside of the fence is 35, right? If we do that, then it starts to look like Pac-Man, okay? But in any case, we won't do that part right there, okay? Just kind of pretend like I didn't even say that. So now we have an idea. So we don't have a top on this. We're not going to build a fence top, and we're not going to build a fence bottom because I'm assuming it's concrete or your grass or whatever. So this problem is asking for us to find the lateral area. So let's go ahead and write down the formula for the lateral area. And again, it's just the first part of surface area. So you guys, we're going to go 2 times pi times the radius times the height. So the lateral area is going to be 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 35, and then times the height of this fence, which is just 2. So we're going to multiply straight across then. And again, if you guys want to be a little quicker on your calculator, you know that this is 6.28, and you know that this is going to be 70, so you can just do 6.28 times 70 if you want to, a little bit faster. All right, so then that's going to give us 439.6, and we are dealing with feet, and it's area, so we're going to square it. So, hey, before we started problem number 2, I think I saw problem where all the way across was, I believe it was 14. So if they give you the diameter, and we've talked about this before, you guys, if the diameter is 14, make sure that you guys just remember that you're not going to be using the 14, that the radius is 7. So you would be using a 7 in any problem if the diameter was 14. Okay, that's it, you guys. We're done with 8-4, kind of moving through the chapter here. Hopefully you guys are fine with your homework, and as always, if you guys need assistance, make sure you check in with either myself, Mrs. Durbin, if you're up in her class, Mrs. Bagat, if you're in her class, if you're over at that other school. What's the name of that school on the other side of town that's kind of far away from the beach, kind of inland, that 909 school? Oh, I know what it was. It was Sowers. So if you're from Sowers, Mr. Riley or Mr. Will, the man Johnson. Check in with him. All right, you guys, good luck.